Okay, so this is sort of a channel update and some thoughts on 1.6. Notice my chest is invisible. That's why I was looking around the room. I couldn't find it. Don't know what that means. I've upgraded to the latest version of Magic Launcher in anticipation of 1.6. It seems to have helped, I'm not sure, with the problem I was having yesterday when I was working around the place. And that problem was that on occasion, after playing for 7-10 minutes, the game would crash, which, as you can imagine, was a little bit disconcerting when you're trying to get stuff done. I'm not sure if that's because 1.6 is anticipated to release soon, and there are snapshots coming out almost daily. Notice I put 4 of every tool um, above each other in various slots. Arrows can go anywhere as long as the bow is down in your hotbar. So I have 1 of each tool in my hotbar and 3 spares to get started, plus a full stack each of gravel, cobblestone, and dirt or sand. Sometimes it's sand depending on the environment I'm working in. I tore all this out in anticipation of planting jungle trees because I thought that would be deep enough and it's got direct access to sunlight. This is the path that leads to the abandoned mine shaft. And the chickens just sort of wandered down there, and I'm like, that's cool because the more diversified the chicken population is right now, and this is not a jungle biome, so there ought not to be any ocelots, but who knows? That egg just spawned before I could get to it. I think my chickens might survive down here, so I'm letting them scatter all the way up and down here. But I did fence it off so they can't get down into the abandoned mine and so on. On the other side of that fence, if you go down, that's where the abandoned mine shaft is. So I haven't been recording much in anticipation of 1.6 because things are going to update, in some cases horrendously. I'm playing this particular map, Atlantis, Take Your Last Breath. I'm playing it on 1.5.1, which is what it was written for, and plan to keep it that way. But like I said, it got choked up several times yesterday and crashed, and I need to send Mojang a crash report. I need to change out those wooden pressure plates just inside my space here. Every once in a while, a chicken will get right up to those doors on the other side, poop an egg through the door. It will land on those pressure plates, open the doors, and scare the snot out of me. This is all jungle biome, which is why the grass is so beautiful. This is my original path, just barely under the water, to see what was over here in this direction. But then I started digging down. I'm going to eventually use the lower path to my destination, plant grass all the way along it so I will have direct sunlight because I'm planning on putting villagers in this strip that leads to my destination, and you'll see my destination soon. You have to turn right here. Squid fell down from the ocean above. And if you continued on straight, I'm building a farm area, and there will be village houses in this little canyon I'm digging out that will all have exposure to direct sunlight. The villagers will be safe back here. I plan to extend it all the way back. You see, I've already started digging farther back, um, so that there will be plenty of room for villagers. They'll have a nice space with lots of doors exposed to direct sunlight, and I may even put cattle and sheep back here. I'm not sure. Just depends. Anyway, so here's my pumpkin patch, which you can see I just let water flow down to fill the irrigation trench. This is the pathway. On the other side is the pumpkin patch. We've had a squid fatality. And you will notice that there is a ravine. This is the destination I was talking about, which is where I'm going to plant my jungle trees once I get enough lighting in here. You see that they were nice enough to stop the water blocks so that there is air down here. I guess they didn't want the lava to die or turn to obsidian or cobblestone. So there's a huge air passage down here. I did break out one of the blocks to make a water elevator before I put in steps. People complain that jack-o'-lanterns are too much work. Well, here's how much work they are. As I'm walking from my home base to here, I can just walk down this row. You can't do it at a sprint pace, but you can do it at a walking pace and just chop pumpkins as you're walking along. It's no extra work. Then when you've got torches made up, you just slap the torches and the pumpkins together, and bing, bang, boom. You've got a renewable source that works great underwater, that shows you which direction you're going in, that works as a solid block so you can use it to stack up, build walls, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't wash out in water. You can tell I just dug this tunnel because I haven't covered it yet, and cooties can spawn in there. I leave lots of spaces for cooties to spawn in the dark so they won't spawn in my lighted areas, because try as I might to make sure there's enough light in the space, there could be a tiny little dark patch, and the next thing I know I've got a creeper up my hiney. Missed a pumpkin, but that's okay because we got it. I put the cobblestone fence and or glass over the pumpkin vines so that squid can't accidentally trounce them, or a falling mob, because if I'm down here I don't know what the height limit is of this ravine, and I don't know if mobs can spawn over my head and fall. I've seen mobs falling into the ravine. It's really frightening to see skeletons, zombies, and creepers just fall into that ravine. The ravine's about 3 depths. To my right is the shallowest. Good place to start for iron, coal, whatnot. But it does go very, very deep. This seems to be about the end of the ravine. I haven't done any swimming up. This has been scary enough already because it's a ravine with cooties in it and water over my head. As I come across sand, I'm making glass and covering it with glass and pumpkins so that it will have plenty of light. And then at the bottom of the ravine, I'll extend the grass all the way to the bottom, start growing it out, and plant. I'm going to make just a regular old jungle in this ravine if I possibly can, with vines. If I can get 4 jungle trees together and bone meal them, I've seen them spawn with vines on them. I want vines because, of course, I'd like to be able to climb up and down this ravine without risk of fall damage and without water everywhere, just so I don't accidentally wash out items or something. That's my water elevator. So yes, I'm worried about 1.6 because it seems to be buggy. They've already been in some snapshots releasing lots of bug fixes to stuff they already messed up. Zombies, of course, are going to be horrible now. Just be ready for it. Skeletons, I haven't played with the so-called new skeletons with the really strong knockback and with the arrows spamming up close. I haven't played with them yet, but I shall. I'm keeping this one on 1.5 just because that's what the map maker designed it for. Plus, this is a hard enough game anyway. I don't need fancy nerfed and buffed cooties. So I have plenty of space to do stuff down here. I may even put villagers down here. I haven't decided yet. Depends on if I can zombie-proof it. I don't want my poor villagers to suffer. Another thing I need to tell you on the channel update is that I am, of course, very worried that I'm not going to be able to play the new customized Dinnerbones personal game version of Minecraft because of the buffing of critters, or even buffing spiders. There will be invisible spiders, which when I saw them in a demo video that Swimming Bird released, I could not see them. Apparently they have those little bubbles like, magic potion bubbles. I think they're in gray. All you can see is the eyes glowing. I don't think I stand much of a chance. So I'm going to be practicing PvP with some people I've met on a private server, because I think I grasp the concepts of ultra hardcore PvP, and I think I really am going to need to practice for just basic vanilla Minecraft. Thanks for watching. See you. Bye.